Game number 2 of the NLCS between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds. Now, if you missed game number 1, that was a 10-inning thriller, I'd say. It was a 2-1 game and a combined, 5 hits between these two teams, but some amazing pitching by both Shohei Ohtani, the Cy Young and the MVP, and by Bryan Woo, a man who was part of the 2024 team that beat the Dodgers in the World Series in the Seattle Mariners. That game was capped off with a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th by Matt McClain. Now, the link to that game is in the description down below, but the Reds take a 1-0 series lead with that 2-1 victory. The Dodgers' only run that game did come with a solo home run shot by Shohei Ohtani. Now the Reds will turn to Nick Lodolo on the mound, and the Dodgers will have Bobby Miller. Now we've got number 2 in the Cy Young voting, Miller, taking on number 3 in the Cy Young voting, Lodolo, and of course Ohtani, who is number 1 in the Cy Young voting, is on the Dodgers, but he's not playing tonight. I don't know why. He just pitched last night, but he stayed in the game, obviously, after he pitched. There's no injury to Ohtani. I'm very confused why he's not in the lineup. Again, he was their only source of runs last night with the solo home run. I mean, yeah, Lodolo's a lefty on the mound, but they can't feel that good about their lineup to the point where they're going to have Stephen Kwan, who's another lefty DH, instead of him. I mean, they're doing all of this to get Randall Grichuk in the lineup in center field. I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense at all. Anyways, Lodolo comes into the game, he gets Kwan, and then right there, Freddie Freeman in a blue point over Spencer Steer's head at third. Mookie Betts comes up with 1 out with the runner on first, and he will fly out to Kyle Tucker in right. That'll be the second out of the inning, and it'll bring up the number 4 man in the order. No, it's not Ohtani, it's James Outman, and he'll strike out and slurve. I don't know what the Dodgers are doing here. I don't understand the mindset. Bobby Miller comes out to pitch. ERA of 3 so far in the postseason, 2 games started, 1-0 record, 12 innings pitched. He'll see Elly De La Cruz first. That ball's hit hard in the air the opposite way, but it's just going to hang up for the left fielder in Outman. We've got 1 out for TJ Friedl. Friedl will strike out in that sinker up and away. Bryce Harper comes up on the 2-2. Bryce pulls one off that 100-mile-an-hour fastball, though. It is caught by Adolis Garcia in right field. Starting off the top of the second, the catcher Will Smith will come up and fly out into right field to Kyle Tucker. Adolis Garcia now in the 1-2 will ground one to Matt McClain. I mean, this game's kind of looking like the first one was. I don't know. Again, we're only in the second inning. Okay, maybe Randall Grichuk's going to break that. Grichuk down the line in right field. There's going to be extra bases for him. He's the guy that's in the lineup instead of Ohtani. Grichuk's on second base, but Miguel Vargas going to strike out on a circle change down and away. As we go to the bottom of the second, Kyle Tucker leading things off, taking a very poor swing on that sinker away. It'll be the first out the inning. Here comes Will Benson on a 3-2 pitch. Why are we chasing? It's 102, that's why, but my goodness. Plate discipline has to be huge. We talked about it some in the NLDS against the Braves. Some of these swings we're taking aren't that great, but again, our starting pitching has done very well to keep us in games when the bats haven't been all that electric. Now, again, I understand why against a team like the Dodgers, when you have number 1 and 2 in the Cy Young voting pitching to you back-to-back to kick off a series, that's more than tough. But Lodolo's hanging in there with Miller. I mean, again, 0-0 still. What team will break through first? Well, it's not going to be Shea Langeliers leading the charge, who gets the start tonight after not getting it last night. Tyler Stevenson didn't do anything of damage, so that's why Shea's back. But McClain strikes out, so really nothing going on so far with the bats on either side, but just some really good pitching. Lodolo strikes out Betts. He gets Outman to softly ground out to Matt McClain, but actually Outman's going to beat it out on the throw. James Outman's on first base. Will Smith now comes up. That ball is shot into the gap. Right center field, we gotta hope it gets over the wall. It does. It would have scored Outman if not. Second and third, 1 out. Adolis Garcia, the batter. Ball's on the ground past Joey Gallo. Will they send Smith to the plate? They will. Tucker on the throw. Got him. All right. The Dodgers score 1, but a good throw by Kyle Tucker keeps it at 1-0. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh man. I mean, we got to think of the positives. It would be 4-0 if it wasn't for the throw by Tucker, but Randall Grichuk going to send one into the seats. Again, he's the guy they chose over Ohtani, and maybe it's working. I don't know. It's 3-0 Dodgers. Miguel Vargas will fly out to end the inning. But really? Grichuk goes yard on us? Oh, man. We gotta find something off of Bobby Miller. That's kind of how the Dodgers got things going with Outman. We do it with De La Cruz. Friedel now to the plate. 1-1 pitch is a strike, but Ellie is going to take second with the stolen bag. So here's the Reds' chance. Friedel on the 1-2. 98 on the sink is crazy. Harper on the 1-2 pitch. The fastball away. You think it's going to be a strike. You think it's going to catch the outside part of the zone. It doesn't. Bryce, though, pops out. Kyle Tucker on the 3-2 pitch. He does take ball 4, bringing the tying run to the plate. Will Benson on the 1-1. That's going to be flown out into foul ground, and yep, it's going to be caught out there by Outman. Matthew Baden will lead off the top of the 5th. Matt McClain will get to the spot, though, and make the out. Stephen Kwan, though, doing what he does best, contact hitting into left field. Kwan is on with a 1-out single. Freddie Freeman on the 1-1 pitch. Runner going. Kwan will have to retreat back to first as Freeman pops out to the catcher in Shea Langoliers. 2 gone, 3 spot up. It's Mookie Betts in the 1-2 pitch. Betts blasts one to left, but going back on it will be Bryce Harper, and Harper will put him away. So again, this lead is not insurmountable. It does feel tough against a guy, though, like Bobby Miller, but it's only 3 runs. Spencer Steer hits one hard in left field. Steer, oh, James Outman puts him away. Joey Gallo on the full count will strike out. That sinker ends up in the middle of the plate. Shea Langoliers strikes out in a sinker, and we now move on to the top of the 6th, still down by 3 runs. Lodolo's still out here, though, and again, with the exception of that one bad inning, doing well. He strikes out James Outman. Will Smith is going to fly out into right field. 2 gone, 6 spot up. It will be Adolis Garcia on the 1-2, and Garcia on the ground to Joey Gallo. So again, the Dodgers doing this all without their star player and MVP in the lineup, Shohei Ohtani. We're trying to get anything going at this point. I'm going to stop bunting with Matt McClain because it just doesn't work. Like, De La Cruz and Friedel can do it. McClain just hasn't been getting those bunts down recently. He'll pop out. De La Cruz flies out. My only goal with that was just to get guys on base. De La Cruz flies out. Friedel on the ground, hits it fairly hard, but straight to the second baseman in Vargas. To the 7th. Michael Kopech comes out to pitch, 4.76 ERA so far on the postseason. You'll see Randall Grichuk first, and Grichuk again. I mean, we were mocking these dudes for starting him over Ohtani, but I don't know. Randall Grichuk with his 3rd hit of the night. It's a double. Grichuk on second for Miguel Vargas. Vargas into center field. It's going to be a tough play for Friedel, but he gets there. So Grichuk goes back to second with 1 out for the 9 spot. Matthew Baden. That ball is going to be flown to left field. Bryce Harper has it. Hopefully we can strand the runner at second, but Kwan will be up on the 1-2 pitch. Kopech will get him to fly out into right. So again, the lead is still 3. But can the Reds get on the board? Because Bobby Miller at pitch 100 is still in the game. Bryce Harper, though, is on with an infield single. Okay, Bryce is on first for Kyle Tucker on the 2-2 pitch. Pitch 105. That one's going into right field, but it's caught. Adolis Garcia has it. 1 out. Will Benson up on the 1-1. Miller still in the game. Benson gets one to left. All right, huge spot in the 7th. Tying run to the plate. Emilio Pagan will come into pitch in relief. Spencer Steer, the batter, on the 3-2 pitch. Steer just doesn't get anything out of that cutter. 2 outs. Joey Gallo has the chance to tie it with 1 swing. You know he has the power, but the problem is connecting with the baseball. To the 8th inning, still down by 3. Gregory Soto will come out to pitch. He will face Freddie Freeman, and he will get Freddie Freeman to look silly on that slider away. 1 out for Mookie Betts, and Betts demolishes one into center field. Nothing TJ Friedel can do but watch. That ball's way out of here. Mookie Betts tacks one on. He makes it a 4-run lead now for the Dodgers. 425 feet off the bat for Mookie Betts. It again is a 4-run lead for the Dodgers. James Outman now comes up and he'll ground one out to Matt McClain. That's 2 gone, 5 spot up. Will Smith on the 1-2 pitch. He will ground out to Joey Gallo. So now the Reds have been tasked with trying to get 1 more than they were looking for. They need 4 to tie this game up as JP Fahrenstein comes out of pitch now for the Dodgers. Shea Langoliers first. He gets jammed. Pop out on the fastball in. That's the first out the inning. 9 spot up. Matt McClain, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. 83 miles an hour on that pitch. Here comes Ellie De La Cruz on a 2-1 center cut fastball. Yeah, it's just not our night. When that ball isn't at least getting down or hit hard, it's just not our night. I'm gonna accept it. Yep. Play the sad music. DeAndre Wilder is coming out to pitch the top of the ninth. He'll see Adolis Garcia first. I don't know how that's a strike, and I don't know how Adolis Garcia didn't send that one to the moon, but he didn't. I mean, DeAndre Wilder doing his thing. First guy to get Grichuk out tonight. Vargas in the 1-2, swing and a miss. Shout out to DeAndre Wilder. That dude's balling. Sam Maul will come out to pitch now at the bottom of the ninth. The former Red will try to ice this one for the Dodgers and send this series back to LA 1-1. TJ Friedel grounds out. That's your first out. Bryce Harper now will step into the box on the 1-2 pitch. Bryce is 1 for 3. He's now 1 for 4. Final hopes, Kyle Tucker. He's hitless on the 1-2 pitch. Tucker on the ground to second base. Hard hit ball. Slight bobble, but the play is made at first. And that's your ball game. That'll do it for game number 2. The Los Angeles Dodgers win it. They shut out the Reds, something that the Reds were doing to the Braves in the NLDS. But again, tonight, nothing going at all for that Reds offense. It was all Bobby Miller. And in a game where the MVP and Cy Young for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani, didn't even play, the Dodgers play almost a perfect ball game, beating the Reds 4-0 and out hitting them 9-3 in the process, knotting this series up at 1 game apiece. So folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 73 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. If you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure you leave a like if you are enjoying the series so far. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.